The moment Clav met someone who's wearing blue eye contacts, then this happens. This is a psychological weapon that makes her crave you.
You're cute. What's your name?
Nice.
Insecurity. I want you to notice how she enters the frame because this is gonna matter in a moment. She puts her chest out and starts flaunting it. Confident girls do not feel the need to show their body for attention. So the moment a girl does that, you know she's insecure, and Clavicular is gonna use this pain point in a moment to make her crave him.
Nice contacts.
Thank you.
Is it?
Best.
They're almost believable.
I know.
You're a pretty girl. Why do you think you need that?
Qualification theory. By saying, you're a pretty girl, why do you feel like you need that? He's giving the girl an opportunity to qualify herself, explain why she needs that. And if she starts qualifying herself, her brain assumes that she likes him. Because people don't prove themselves to someone they don't like. Obviously, getting in these mind games is unethical. The ethical way to use qualification theory is you tease the girl about things you genuinely don't understand why. For example, her eye contacts. He genuinely looks curious. Like, why the hell do you have eye contacts, girl? You're gorgeous. You don't need this. And the fact he frames it as a compliment makes it feel flirty, not insulting. The problem a lot of guys run into when teasing a girl is that they insult her instead of flirting with her. Example, oh my gosh, I hate eye contacts. Versus, you're gorgeous, man. You don't need eye contacts, girl. And then paired with being genuine, the tease, which will make her prove herself to you, subconsciously making her like you, is ethical.
I don't know. Blonde hair and blue eyes?
Let's see something.
I hope you noticed that. For a second, she went like that, a little forward with her lips out. Very subtle cue, but it's obvious she wants to kiss him. And that's what I was talking about earlier. A confident girl is not gonna kiss some random guy. This girl is dying to get her validation from somewhere, hence why she's going for it. You attract what you are. So if you're attracting insecure girls, you're likely insecure. Yes, I'm calling Clavicular insecure. Jaw surgery, all that crap. And what I want you to think about is, has Clavicular ever attracted a normal girl? The answer is obvious. What he is doing really well is the strong eye contact. The longer you hold eye contact with a girl, it's been proven in a crap ton of studies. One of the best-selling books on persuasion influence explains that just looking in a girl's eyes releases these love hormones and creates romantic feelings. It also signals extreme confidence because guys who are afraid or scared tend to dart left to right because the eye contact feels uncomfortable for them. And girls subconsciously pick up on that, making them view the guy as lower value.
If we had a kid, you'd be like a fucking good-looking kid, you know what I mean?
I have brown eyes.
She tests him here, curious if he'll fail. Pretty much. He says if we have a kid, first of all, horrible. Why? It's because it makes you feel like a huge commitment in her mind before she's had time to desire one. Imagine I told you, yo bro, join my $15,000 program before you knew who I was, before I gave you some other material that transformed your life, and so on. You'd look at me and be like, what the hell? I'm not ready to commit that. I don't know you. Even if it's a great program, you're gonna run because of the discomfort. So kids places the thought of huge commitment in her mind, subconsciously making her extremely uncomfortable. And you notice that in the subtle cue, right when he says it, she looks away a little bit. What I say earlier, you break eye contact because of discomfort. And then she tosses in a test, which is, but I have brown eyes. What she's seeing here is he gonna change his desires and what he likes to please her? Will he say, oh, it's fine that you don't have blue eyes, blah, 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 and jump into her hoop? And when he jumps into her hoop, she gets all the power.
I know, that's the one thing. But the rest is okay. I mean, you got the rack.
He fails it. That's the only thing, but the rest is okay. He hops into her hoop. The simple response to this would be, yeah, you're right. Brown eyes, I don't know if it would work out. And now since you push back, number one, you show you're not needy because you're not aiming to please her. If you're not aiming to please her, you signal you're not desperate. And number two, if she's attracted to you, this will make her jump through your hoop. Since you push her back, for her to continue the conversation, she'd have to say something along the lines of, well, kids with brown eyes are gonna be cute. And now she's qualifying herself to you. Obviously, don't get stuck in these mind games. Joke around with the girl, tease her, flirt. I'm just pointing out the mechanisms for you so you can understand why being the nice guy people pleaser doesn't serve you. Being kind is not the same as being nice. That being said, be genuine, tease her on things you genuinely don't like, and become genuinely confident, because when you're genuinely confident, you'll attract exactly that, a confident girl. And confident girls don't cheat because they don't need validation from other guys. Clavicular is deadly insecure, so all he attracts is insecure girls, which is evident by the way they dress and by how they act.
I mean, you got the rack. Good. No, we're gonna cut it.
Right here. What I say in the beginning. Acting like this, you got the rack, is something an insecure guy would say. He wants to be the man so bad that he's saying anything that comes to his mind to feel like he has no limits, no constraints. He's doing this to fulfill his own need of feeling like he's not enough. And I know this because I used to be that guy before I became Christian. A normal girl here, you can only imagine how she'd react. Instead of smiling like this girl, she'd be like, what the hell? Maybe slap him and walk off. Because she realizes that her value comes from not her body, not even her face, but who she is. Charm is deceitful, beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised.
No, it's not. It's a video.
Thank you. Barely, but
And then she grabs him right after and says thank you. Why does she react this way? Extremely simple. And this is why Clavicular's Riz appears to work all the time. But the reality is he only interacts with girls that are insecure, because that's what Miami is full of. And those insecure girls are looking for guys like him to get their internal validation. And since they're insecure, what do they get validated from? Someone who compliments their body, someone who tries to sleep with them, because that's what they internally believe their value is. They connect their value to what they can provide physically and not their spirit, when true value comes from who you are, from who you worship. So when he comments on her rack and she doesn't become repulsed and grabs onto him, she gets a little dopamine hit, because that's what she's looking for. And that's what I said in the beginning. Notice how she walks into the camera shaking her chest. A confident, secure girl would not do that. Obviously, we're all insecure to an extent. We can lie to ourselves and tell ourselves that we're not, which is something I do. I genuinely believe I have no insecurities, but I'm sure if I dug deep, I'd find something, period. Become a confident guy, genuinely confident, not false confidence like Clavicular, and you'll attract confident girls that don't cheat, that aren't hoes. If you're deeply insecure, but posture is confident to fill that hole like Clavicular, you'll attract girls that are deeply insecure, but posture is confident to fill that hole. Simply put, you attract what you are. Number 2, don't get stuck in the mindset of, oh, I'm gonna have herself proving herself to me the whole time. Blah, 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 blah. Just realize that if you don't like something, push back. Make it clear that you don't like it. Tease the girl, joke around with her, be genuine. Don't be a people pleaser. Be kind, don't be nice. And number 3, when a girl tries to get you, prove yourself to her, just agree or exaggerate with what she said to pass her test. Oh, we'd never work out. If a girl says that, she's thinking in her head about dating you. So it means she likes you, number 1. And your response to that could either be, well, why wouldn't we work out? Blah, 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 blah. I think you're cute, you're really pretty. And then you jump into her hoop and show that you really need her. And in negotiation, the person who's less willing to walk away holds less power. So instead, you just say, oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. You're too old. We have different goals. You're right. We'd never work out. And since you didn't jump in her hoop, you didn't qualify yourself to her, and you showed you're not needy and you don't need her and you're willing to walk away, now her interest is sparked and she actually likes you. The psychology behind dating goes much, much deeper. And in the Gentleman's Side, I explain the 6 psychological concepts that make a girl crave you. Asterisks. Make her crave you as much as you crave her. The goal isn't to play mind games. The goal is to find a girlfriend and for you to both be obsessed with each other, not just you obsessed with her. The next 20 members are guaranteed to start free, and they get access to the girlfriend formula, the gentleman's creed, texting that gets her hooked, questions that lead to love, and the weekly coaching calls, past recordings / future calls they get to join. Absolutely free. If you hate it, you just click cancel before anything happens. And all the material has been scientifically tested and is based in psychology. So that's why it works so good.